The Best Picture winners from the 2010s. What about them? We are continuing the series that has already seen all the previous decades. The 2010s are a decade defined by franchise dominance, the rise of streaming platforms, and increased diversity. From films taken right from the 1920s to emotional slavery stories, and from one-shot wonders to record-breaking international features. Let's get into it! Please help your favorite average movie guy get to 1,000 subscribers by subscribing right now. The King's Speech, 2010. Directed by Tom Hooper and starring Colin Firth, Geoffrey Rush, and Helena Bonham Carter. The historical drama follows Prince Albert, Duke of York, who struggles with a severe speech impediment. As a member of the British royal family, he is expected to speak publicly, but his stammer makes it a daunting challenge. Desperate for a solution, his wife, Elizabeth, seeks the help of an unconventional speech therapist, Lionel Logue. Through an unorthodox approach, Lionel works to help Albert find his voice. As political tensions rise in the 1930s, Albert must overcome his personal obstacles to take on a greater leadership role. The film was highly praised for its performances, storytelling, and emotional depth. Colin Firth and Geoffrey Rush received particular acclaim, and the film was a box office hit, grossing over $472 million worldwide. While some debated its historical accuracy, it was widely regarded as a compelling and well-crafted drama. The film was nominated 12 times at the 83rd Academy Awards, winning 4. Best Picture, Best Director for Hooper, Best Actor for Firth, and Best Original Screenplay. It beat Black Swan, The Fighter, The Kids Are Alright, 127 Hours, The Social Network, True Grit, Winter's Bone, and Toy Story 3. Pixar's emotional and thrilling conclusion to the beloved trilogy, and Inception, Christopher Nolan's mind-bending sci-fi thriller about dreams within dreams. The King's Speech wasn't necessarily the straight-out best film of the year, but it was one of the best among the nominees. It is often cited as one of the best biographical dramas of the 21st century. While its impact has slightly diminished over time compared to more unconventional or daring period dramas, it is still remembered fondly as an inspiring and well-acted film.
Will their majesties be staying to dinner?
The Artist, 2011. Directed by Michel Hazanavicius and starring Jean Dujardin and Bénédicte Bejo. The French comedy drama is set in Hollywood during the late 1920s, just as the film industry is transitioning from silent movies to talkies. It follows the story of George Valentin, a successful silent film star who struggles to adapt to the changing landscape of cinema. As the industry shifts, Pappy Miller, a rising young actress, becomes the new sensation in the talkie era. The film explores their contrasting journeys in a world rapidly evolving, focusing on themes of fame, loss, and change in the face of technological advancements. Upon its release, the film received widespread critical acclaim for its nostalgic yet fresh take on silent cinema. Audiences praised the performances, as well as its direction and cinematography. The film was a box office success, grossing over $133 million worldwide, somewhat reigniting interest in silent films. The film was nominated 10 times at the 84th Academy Awards, winning 5. Best Picture, making it the first French-produced film, the first mainly silent film since Wings in 1927 at the first Academy Awards, the first film presented in the 4:3 aspect ratio since From Here to Eternity in 1953, and the first 100% black and white film to win since The Apartment in 1960. It also won Best Director for Hazanavicius, Best Actor for Dujardin, making him the first French actor ever to win, Best Costume Design and Best Original Score. It beat The Descendants, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, The Help, Hugo, Midnight in Paris, Moneyball, The Tree of Life, and War Horse. While The Intouchable, the heartwarming French film about an aristocrat who becomes a quadriplegic and hires a young man, wasn't even nominated. The Artist was one of the standouts of the year. While some modern audiences may find it unconventional, it continues to be admired for its artistry, performances, and the risks it took in the era of big-budget films. It is seen as a crowd-pleasing tribute to the magic of silent cinema. Argo, 2012. Directed by and starring Ben Affleck and also starring Bryan Cranston, Alan Arkin, and John Goodman. The thriller is based on a true story of a daring CIA mission during the Iran hostage crisis in 1979, when 6 American diplomats escaped the US Embassy in Tehran after it is overtaken by militants. They seek refuge in the home of the Canadian ambassador. To safely bring them back to the US, a CIA operative, Tony Mendez, devises a bold plan to create a fake Hollywood film production as a cover to extract the diplomats. As the operation unfolds, Mendez and his team must navigate a high-risk situation with the lives of the hostages at stake. The film was widely praised praised for its suspenseful storytelling, Affleck's direction, and strong performances. It became a commercial success, grossing over $232 million worldwide, and was well regarded for its engaging depiction of a real historical event. The film was nominated 7 times at the 85th Academy Awards, winning 3: Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Film Editing. It beat Amour, Beasts of the Southern Wild, Life of Pi, Lincoln, Les Miserables, Silver Linings Playbook, Zero Dark 30, and Django Unchained. Quentin Tarantino's explosive western about a freed slave who teams up with a bounty hunter. You could say that there were a few more deserving films that year, but Argo is still highly regarded today. It is tense, exciting, and often darkly comic, and depicts a real historical event with vivid attention to detail and finely wrought characters.
And everybody knows they'd shoot in Stalingrad with Pol Pot directing if it would sell tickets.
12 Years a Slave, 2013. Directed by Steve McQueen and starring Chiwetel Ejiofor, Michael Fassbender, Benedict Cumberbatch, Paul Dano, Paul Giamatti, and Lupita Nyong'o. The biographical historical drama is based on the true story of Solomon Northup, a free black man living in New York in the 1840s. Solomon is abducted and sold into slavery despite his free status. As he is transported to the Deep South, he is forced to endure years of brutal hardship working on various plantations. Throughout his ordeal, Solomon struggles to survive, maintain hope, and find a way to regain his freedom. The film explores themes of survival, identity, and the inhumanity of slavery, highlighting Solomon's strength and resilience. The film was highly praised for its powerful storytelling, direction, and Chiwetel Ejiofor's performance. The film's unflinching portrayal of slavery resonated deeply with audiences and critics alike. It became a box office success, grossing over $187 million worldwide, and was regarded as one of the most important films of the decade. The film was nominated 9 times at the 86th Academy Awards, winning 3: Best Picture, Best Supporting Actress for Nyong'o, and Best Adapted Screenplay. It beat American Hustle, Captain Phillips, Dallas Buyers Club, Gravity, Her, Nebraska, Philomena, and The Wolf of Wall Street. Scorsese's biographical dark comedy about the rise and fall of stockbroker Jordan Belfort. While Prisoners, Denis Villeneuve's tense thriller about a father searching for his missing daughter, wasn't even nominated. 12 Years a Slave was among the best of the year. It is still widely regarded as a landmark film celebrated for its historical importance and its ability to spark crucial conversations about race and history. It is far from comfortable viewing, but its unflinchingly brutal look at American slavery is also brilliant and quite possibly essential cinema.
It occurs to me that the expense of transportation would be materially diminished.
Materially diminished?
If we use the waterway.
Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance, 2014. Directed by Alejandro Inarritu and starring Michael Keaton, Zach Galifianakis, Edward Norton, Andrea Riseborough, Amy Ryan, Emma Stone, and Naomi Watts. The dark comedy drama follows Regan Thomas, a former Hollywood blockbuster star known for playing a superhero character, as he struggles to reinvent himself. Regan is attempting to revive his career by writing, directing, and starring in a Broadway play, hoping to prove he is more than just his past role. As he navigates the challenges of the production, his mental state begins to unravel and he grapples with his identity, ego, and the pressures of fame. It explores themes of artistic ambition and self-worth. The film was critically acclaimed for its unique storytelling, seamless one-shot style, and Michael Keaton's standout performance. The film's exploration of identity and ego resonated deeply with audiences, becoming a commercial success, grossing over $103 million worldwide on a relatively modest budget. The film was nominated 9 times at the 87th Academy Awards, winning 4: Best Picture, Best Director for Inarritu, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Cinematography. It beat American Sniper, Boyhood, The Grand Budapest Hotel, The Imitation Game, Selma, The Theory of Everything, and Whiplash, the gripping drama about a young drummer and his demanding music teacher. While Interstellar, Christopher Nolan's mind-bending sci-fi film exploring love and time as astronauts embark on a mission to save humanity, wasn't even nominated. What an incredible disgrace from the Academy. There were 2 clearly better films that year, but Birdman was a good third. It is an ambitious technical showcase powered by a layered story and outstanding performances. The film is thus still praised and considered a modern classic, admired for its creative risks and layered narrative.
So fucking lazy. You're a lazy fucker.
Spotlight, 2015. Directed by Tom McCarthy and starring Mark Ruffalo, Michael Keaton, Rachel McAdams, and Liev Schreiber. The biographical drama follows the investigative team at the Boston Globe known as Spotlight, led by editor Walter Robbie Robinson. The story begins when new editor Marty Barron encourages the team to look into a potential cover-up involving sexual abuse within the Catholic Church in Boston. As the team digs deeper, they uncover a vast and disturbing pattern of abuse that had been hidden for years. The investigation reveals the power of the church's influence in the city and the challenges of bringing such a powerful institution to justice. The film was highly praised for its powerful, understated storytelling about the investigative journalists. Critics appreciated its methodical pacing, strong performances, and focus on the ethical responsibility of journalism. It was well received by audiences and earned around $98 million worldwide, proving to be both a critical and somewhat commercial success. The film was nominated 6 times at the 88th Academy Awards, winning only 2. Best Picture and Best Original Screenplay, making it the first film since The Greatest Show on Earth in 1952 to win Best Picture with only 1 other award. It beat The Big Short, Bridge of Spies, Brooklyn, Mad Max Fury Road, The Martian, The Revenant, and Room. While Inside Out, the heartwarming animated film from Pixar that explores the emotions inside a young girl's mind, wasn't even nominated. Spotlight was among the best of the year and it is still highly regarded today. It gracefully handles the lurid details of its fact-based story while resisting the temptation to lionize its heroes, resulting in a drama that honors the audience as well as its real-life subjects.
You were right, Robbie. We all knew something was going on.
Moonlight 2016. Directed by Barry Jenkins and starring Trevante Rhodes, Andre Holland, Janelle Monáe, Ashton Sanders, Gerald Jerome, Naomi Harris, and Mahershala Ali. The coming-of-age drama follows the life of a young black man named Chiron as he navigates his identity and struggles with his environment. Set in Miami, the film is divided into 3 acts, each focusing on a different stage of Chiron's life: childhood, adolescence, and adulthood. He faces challenges related to his family, friendships, and self-discovery, particularly regarding his sense of masculinity and sexuality. He forms significant relationships that shape his journey, all while trying to find his place in a world that often feels unwelcoming. The film received widespread critical acclaim for its powerful storytelling, nuanced performances, and stunning cinematography. Critics highlighted its emotional depth and its groundbreaking portrayal of black masculinity and LGBTQ+ identity. Despite its limited release, strong reviews and word of mouth helped it expand and become a commercial success, earning $65 million worldwide. The film was nominated 8 times at the 89th Academy Awards, winning 3. Best Picture, Best Supporting Actor for Ali, becoming the first Muslim to win an acting Oscar, and Best Adapted Screenplay. The ceremony obviously featured the iconic Oscars moment where presenters Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty first wrongly announced La La Land as the winner. It beat Arrival, Fences, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, Hidden Figures, Lion, Manchester by the Sea, and thus obviously also La La Land, the romantic musical that captured hearts with its nostalgic Hollywood charm and emotional depth. While Your Name, the visually stunning Japanese animated film about 2 teenagers who mysteriously swap bodies, wasn't even nominated. Moonlight pretty much was the best of the year. It is regarded as a modern classic and one of the most important films of the 21st century. Many critics and filmmakers considered it a landmark in independent cinema, and it continues to influence discussions on diversity and storytelling in Hollywood.
Am I a faggot?
The Shape of Water 2017. Directed by Guillermo del Toro and starring Sally Hawkins, Michael Shannon, Richard Jenkins, Doug Jones, Michael Stuhlbarg, and Octavia Spencer. The romantic fantasy film is set in the early 1960s during the Cold War. It centers on Elisa, a mute, lonely woman who works as a cleaner at a high-security government laboratory. Her life changes when she discovers a mysterious amphibian creature being held captive in the lab. As Eliza forms a bond with the creature, a unique and unexpected connection develops between them, leading her to make choices that challenge the norms of society, love, and loyalty. The film receives widespread critical acclaim for its unique mix of fantasy, romance, and social themes. It was noted for its stunning visuals and emotional depth. The film was also a commercial success, grossing around $195 million worldwide. The film was nominated 13 times at the 90th Academy Awards, winning 4. Best Picture, becoming the second fantasy film to win after The Lord of the Rings: Return of the King in 2003, Best Director for Del Toro, Best Original Score, and Best Production Design. It beat Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. While Coco, the heartwarming animated film about a young boy's journey through the land of the dead to discover his family's musical legacy, wasn't even nominated. The Shape of Water was nowhere near the best of the year, a quite disappointing winner. However, it is still highly regarded today for its originality. It finds Del Toro at his visually distinctive best and matched by an emotionally absorbing story.
Does he have a
Green Book 2018. Directed by Peter Farrelly and starring Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali, the comedy drama is based on the true story of an unlikely friendship between two men from vastly different backgrounds. In the 1960s, an African-American classical pianist, Dr. Don Shirley, hires an Italian-American driver, Tony Lip, to accompany him on a concert tour through the segregated South. As they journey through racially divided areas, they form a bond that challenges their prejudice and transforms their lives. The film was well received for its heartwarming story, strong performances and exploration of race and friendship, though some critics felt it oversimplifies racial issues. The film was a commercial success, grossing around $321 million worldwide. The film was nominated only 5 times at the 91st Academy Awards, winning 3. Best Picture, Best Supporting Actor for Ali, his second this decade, and Best Original Screenplay. It beat Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Roma, A Star is Born, and Vice. While Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the animated superhero film that explores multiple dimensions, wasn't even nominated. Green Book was among the best in a weak year, but maybe not the truly rightful winner. However, it is still praised today. Though some critics still feel it oversimplifies racial issues, the film takes audiences on an excessively smooth ride through bumpy subject matter, although the performances add necessary depth.
I'm Dr. Donald Cho.
Tony.
Parasite 2019. Directed by Bong Joon-ho and starring Song Kang-ho, Lee Sung-kyun, Cho Jeo-jong, Choi Woo-shik, Park So-dam, and Yang Hye-jin. The dark comedy thriller follows a struggling family living in poverty who seizes an opportunity to work for a wealthy household. Through clever manipulation and deception, they infiltrate the luxurious home by securing jobs for each family member. As their plan unfolds, unexpected complications arise, leading to unforeseen consequences. The film explores themes of class struggle, social inequality, and ambition, all wrapped in a tense and unpredictable narrative. The film was highly praised for its sharp social commentary, suspenseful storytelling, and dark humor. It resonated globally and earned $262 million worldwide, becoming one of South Korea's most successful films ever. The film was nominated 6 times at the 92nd Academy Awards, winning 4. Best Picture, becoming the first non-English language film to win. Best Director for Bong Joon-ho, Best Original Screenplay, and Best International Film. It is also the first South Korean film to receive any Oscar recognition. It beat Ford v Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Little Women, Marriage Story, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 1917, the visually stunning World War I epic filmed to look like one continuous shot, and Joker, Joaquin Phoenix's intense portrayal of the DC villain's descent into madness. While Avengers Endgame, the epic conclusion to the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Infinity Saga, wasn't even nominated. Parasite was an incredibly deserving winner. It might be the most deserving of the decade. The film is still highly regarded as a modern classic and remains widely studied and continues to shape discussions on class struggle and international filmmaking. It is seen as an urgent, brilliantly layered look at timely social themes, finding Bong Joon-ho in near total command of his craft. And there you have it, the Best Picture winners from the 2010s. Now let me ask you, which of these films is your favorite? Do you think they deserve their Oscar, or would you have picked a different winner? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe for more videos like these. I have been Dean, the average movie guy on your screen. Big thanks for watching. See you next time. Roll the credits.